Bulgaria has taken a significant step in its economic and political development. On January 1, 2026, the country officially adopted the euro as its currency, replacing the lev. This change marks Bulgaria's full integration into the Eurozone, joining 19 other European Union countries that use the shared currency. The transition is the outcome of extensive preparation, public debate, and negotiation with European institutions. The adoption of the euro is more than a technical adjustment. It reflects Bulgaria's long-term efforts to strengthen its position within Europe. For some, the change represents optimism and progress. For others, it raises concerns and questions about the future. The transition occurs during a period of political change and ongoing discussion about Bulgaria's future direction. Bulgaria's entry into the Eurozone is being observed closely by both its citizens and other European Union members. As the EU's poorest member, Bulgaria's experience will provide insight into how the euro functions in countries with less developed economies. The decision demonstrates Bulgaria's intention to align more closely with the broader European project. This development is historically important. Bulgaria now faces a period of adjustment, balancing expectations for improvement with careful consideration of potential challenges. Bulgaria became a member of the European Union in 2007, but the process of adopting the euro extended over nearly 20 years. The delays were due to a combination of technical and political factors, including the need to meet EU criteria and address public concerns. The European Commission consistently emphasized the importance of anti-corruption measures and adherence to the rule of law. Bulgaria achieved the necessary requirements only recently, such as stable inflation, sound public finances, and a consistent exchange rate. In 2025, the European Commission approved Bulgaria's entry into the Eurozone, reflecting a steady progression through the required steps. For many Bulgarians and policymakers, joining the Eurozone is viewed as a positive development. The euro is expected to bring several economic advantages. One of the main benefits is the potential to attract more foreign investment. Investors often favor countries with stable currencies, and the euro is considered one of the most stable globally. Trade is another important area. Bulgaria will be able to conduct business with other Eurozone countries more efficiently, as exchange rate risks are removed and transaction costs are reduced. This may support export growth and provide opportunities for local companies to expand. Tourism could also benefit, as visitors from the Eurozone may find it more convenient to travel and spend money in Bulgaria. Over time, living standards may improve. The euro could contribute to higher wages, increased job opportunities, and better access to European markets. The government also suggests that a shared currency may help maintain lower interest rates, making borrowing more accessible for individuals and businesses. However, experts note that these benefits are likely to develop gradually. The euro presents opportunities, but realizing them will require strong institutions, effective policies, and ongoing investment in Bulgaria's economy. Not all Bulgarians are enthusiastic about the introduction of the euro. A common concern is that prices may increase following the currency transition. Many recall reports from countries like Slovakia and the Baltic states, where some citizens observed higher prices for everyday goods after adopting the euro. There are also questions about the potential impact on daily living standards. Bulgaria remains the EU's member state with the lowest average income. For those on limited pensions or low wages, even modest price changes could affect their financial stability. Some are concerned that the euro could lead to higher costs for imported goods, putting additional pressure on household budgets. Another consideration is the effect on national identity and economic autonomy. The lev has served as Bulgaria's currency for more than a century. For some, replacing the lev represents a significant cultural change. There are also concerns about the shift in monetary policy decision-making to the European Central Bank in Frankfurt. These issues have contributed to ongoing public discussions and demonstrations, although the government has announced plans to support vulnerable groups. Skepticism remains among parts of the population. In the months before euro adoption, public opinion was notably divided. In Sofia, some residents viewed the change as a positive development for the country's future. Young professionals and business owners often supported the transition, citing potential for economic growth and increased mobility. Conversely, many older citizens expressed concerns about the impact on fixed incomes and the possibility of rising prices. Public demonstrations occurred in several cities. In Varna, groups assembled in front of government buildings, voicing opposition to the euro. Organizers requested greater transparency and assurances regarding price monitoring. Similar gatherings took place in Plovdiv and smaller towns, where skepticism toward government policy is common. Rural communities encountered specific challenges during the transition. Many elderly individuals, accustomed to the lev, found the currency change difficult to navigate. Banks and shops experienced increased demand as people exchanged old currency. Technical issues with ATMs and card payments contributed to public dissatisfaction with the implementation process. These responses highlight the multifaceted nature of the transition. The adoption of the euro is not solely an economic matter, it also affects the daily experiences of many citizens. Bulgaria's entry into the Eurozone is taking place during a period of political transition. Over the past 5 years, the country has experienced several snap elections and changes in government coalitions. Public confidence in political leadership is limited, and concerns about corruption remain present among many Bulgarians. This environment adds complexity to the process of adopting the euro. Some observers suggest that, without robust and transparent institutions, the advantages of euro adoption may not be fully realized by the general population. There are also concerns that the currency transition could be misused by individuals in positions of authority, for example, through contract manipulation or price adjustments. In response, the government has announced plans for increased oversight and anti-corruption initiatives. However, previous incidents and unfulfilled commitments continue to influence public perception. This ongoing skepticism presents challenges for building widespread support for the euro. As Bulgaria moves forward with Eurozone integration, questions remain about the readiness of its institutions to manage the transition effectively. Misinformation has influenced public understanding of the euro in Bulgaria. Social media platforms and certain news outlets have circulated claims about potential price increases and undisclosed government actions. These narratives have contributed to public skepticism and demonstrations. The possibility of foreign influence is also being considered. Analysts have identified evidence that some anti-euro messages are amplified by external actors with the intention of affecting public trust in the EU. Russia has previously used information campaigns in the region to influence public opinion. In response, the government and civil society organizations have initiated public information efforts. These initiatives aim to provide accurate information about the benefits and risks of euro adoption and to address misconceptions. Despite these efforts, significant differences in opinion remain within Bulgarian society. The ongoing discussion demonstrates that euro adoption is both an economic decision and a matter of public perspective in Bulgaria. Euro adoption will have varied effects across different groups. Export-oriented industries, including manufacturing and IT, are positioned to benefit. These sectors are likely to experience easier access to European markets and reduced currency risks. The tourism sector may also experience growth, as the euro could attract more visitors from Western Europe. In contrast, small local businesses and rural communities may encounter challenges. Many in these groups have limited access to information and resources for adaptation. For pensioners and those on fixed incomes, even modest price increases can have a noticeable impact. Farmers and small shop owners are attentive to increased competition from larger Eurozone companies. Banks and financial institutions may benefit from higher economic activity and investment. At the same time, they will need to update systems and provide staff training. The public sector will need to ensure that social safety nets remain effective as living costs change. The transition is expected to be uneven, presenting both opportunities and challenges. Bulgaria's approach to managing these developments will influence public perception in the future. Bulgaria's entry into the Eurozone marks an important development in the country's relationship with Europe. This step reflects a commitment to European integration and the pursuit of economic stability. However, the outcome will depend on more than economic indicators or policy adjustments. Effective, independent institutions are necessary to safeguard citizens' interests and maintain transparency. The process will assess both Bulgaria's economic framework and its democratic structures. Public confidence in officials, adherence to the rule of law, and efforts to address corruption are all significant factors. Without progress in these areas, the benefits of euro adoption may not be fully realized. In the coming years, Bulgaria will need to carefully manage both expectations and concerns. The country's ability to adapt, support vulnerable groups, and foster civic engagement will be important. the euro represents one aspect of a broader transformation. Bulgaria's experience may provide insights for other nations considering their own paths within Europe.